Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spar and Brawl. I hope you're having a decent day. As always, I'm joined by my co-host Sam, and we're back with a new episode of the Four Corners of Geopolitics. It should be a relatively short one, but you can still find timestamps down below, and we have some updates concerning Iran, Russia, and UK, just a few small stories. Okay, so please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Sam, why don't you guide us through this first story here?
So I think you should just play the video, but the
Okay.
Conservative Party was having its televised debate, and then suddenly this happened.
And right now, of course, are they still down to just two people?
Yeah, that's down to until the end. It's just these.
And when is that vote supposed to take place?
I forget. I think September.
Oh, really? Huh. Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, the cost of not doing anything to stand up to Vladimir Putin is immense. If he succeeds in Ukraine, he's not going to stop there. He's going to challenge the freedom and democracy.
Wait, who was that? That's one of the candidates.
No, that's the future prime minister. Yeah,
that's Liz
Truss.
Liz Truss.
Yeah, Liz Truss. According to most polls, and it seems like pretty. But the person who collapsed was the interviewer.
Freedom and democracy.
Oh
wait! Oh really? The interviewer collapsed?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Is he okay?
The presenter is she. Yeah, she's okay apparently, according to the company. But yeah, she just collapsed. I don't know what happened to her or whatever, but yeah, she just collapsed. This is happening. But yeah, Liz Truss, man, it looks like she's gonna win. She's so much ahead in most polls, and yeah, even some conservatives are talking about we should take the votes away from the grassroots because obviously she's going to be the one who's going to win. And to be honest, I think if she wins, it's worse for Labour, not for Labour, for like my point of view of what Labour should do, because already Keir Starmer is saying that he's not going to nationalize rail and stuff. He had a press conference, and it's still Jeremy Corbyn, by the way. People who say, like, why do you criticize Jeremy Corbyn? Like, the guy has betrayed him, has kicked him out of the Labour Party, has done like everything that the man, a man can do. But then Jeremy Corbyn is still like tweeting, he's still like hiddenly hinting at how he disagrees with Keir Starmer. Just tweets that he's a cunt face. You should tweet that, not rationalization, workers, we have to stand with the workers. And then everybody was like, he's criticizing Keir Starmer's thing in his tweets. Well, maybe you should literally criticize him instead of just doing some bullshit self. If workers come together, we should give a shit about workers. Clearly they don't. Jesus Christ.
So he's like, it's the Bernie Sanders book, right? Like, I mean, they shit on you, but you're nice.
Kinder. Yeah, he's Jeremy Corbyn is kinder. But then again, if Liz Truss wins, I think Labour is pretty much fucked next election. I mean, they're fucked either way, I guess. But if Rishi Sunak wins, if Liz Truss wins, Rishi Sunak's whole thing is that I'm a responsible government and I'm going to be a responsible. There's not going to be any short-term highs with tax cuts and stuff. And all of that is basically, all like, if he wins, it would be much more difficult for Labour to split the Conservative vote. But if Liz Truss wins, some of the more, we want a competent government and stuff, might go to Labour. So that's why I hope Rishi Sunak wins, so that the strategy of Keir Starmer fails. Because Keir Starmer's strategy is that we're going to win over the Conservative voters who are like, we want basically conservatives, but without the bad words.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the Labour Party has come to. No, I mean, the Labour Party in the UK seems to be, in a bad place, but maybe for 2-3 years, then maybe it'll be in its better place, which is still not too good anyway. And then, yeah, I mean, that period with Keir Starmer, I mean, that was fun, perhaps a bit unique in modern times. I don't know much.
The what?
The Keir Starmer, not the Keir Starmer time, sorry, the period when Corbyn was, kind of the head
that
of
was
the party, and yeah.
That was exceptional, really.
Exactly.
That was the
around the
exception
Bernie
of the rule.
Sanders time too.
Yeah. True.
So anything else here?
No, it's just sad.
Let's move on to a little bit more sad news. I didn't really want to focus on this, but use this to move on to Russia and Africa. So at least 15 killed as anti-UN protests spread in eastern DR Congo. UN chief says attacks any UN peacekeeper is going to be war crime. But so at least 15 people have been killed on the second day of anti-UN protests in the DRC's turbulent northeastern regions. In attacks, UN chief said could be war crime. Of course, east of DRC is where all of the fighting and everything is going on, and where a lot of the minerals are and everything. So,
anybody claimed responsible?
No, I don't know that part. But I just wanted to kind of, I'm just saying, have violently snatched weapons from the Congolese police and fired at peacekeeper forces. They're throwing stones and petrol bombs. No, but I want to kind of use it to, yeah. This whole, like Lavrov going, the way that the Western media covers like Lavrov going to Africa is as if foreign ministers never goes on a trip. Like, this doesn't happen. And then my favorite part is there's also this article on The Conversation written by a professor, and then it's like, Russia is not going there for good things. They might claim they're going there to help the people, but the reasons aren't pretty. Like, no shit. At the end, the guy writes like, the advantages to Moscow and these African leaders are clear. For ordinary African citizens, not so much. Whenever they cover Russia, they just rediscovered life. They're like, okay, back to the alphabet, A, B, C. Okay,
oh my God,
governments are not good. Okay, yes, war crime committed. It's just too funny. This trip is amazing. They're like blown away.
You can't believe it. I love that this is happening just as Nancy Pelosi is threatening to go to Taiwan, which China is threatening to, I don't know what they're going to do, blow her plane up or whatever. But I love that the schizophrenia, the cognitive dissonance is just so much.
It's just too funny. But yeah, he's gone. And then I think, but here there was an interesting fact. I didn't think it would be that low. Look at this. Russia is the source of less than 1% of the foreign direct investments into Africa. I didn't think it would be that low, but then again, China is over 30% of it, and then you have all these other private companies.
Europe, America,
and all the private companies, exactly, right? I don't know under where they fall. So, but so based on this, what is he going to do there? He smuggled some minerals in. Brought some other ones out.
Got some diamonds, guys, in my pocket. Putin, I brought this from Congo.
Give it to your wife for her anniversary. She'll love it.
As a gift,
And for your daughter, I brought this local juice. Here, give it to her. Very popular in yours.
This is a delicacy from Africa.
I mean, it seems like it's the first time a Russian has stepped foot. They're covering as if like man going to the moon. Lavrov has gone to Africa. We're all puzzled. What is going on here? It's definitely nothing good. He's definitely not doing anything.
No, he's up to some, he's a dastardly Russian. So but I love it I would love it if Nancy Pelosi goes to Taiwan and Taiwanese and China, Just, I hope they take her hostage. They just sent 2 jets to escort her plane to mainland China, and that would be just so much fun. Just she doing interviews by the People's Republic of China is a fantastic democratic country. Please let me go to San Francisco.
Yeah, like Congress people traveling abroad, like even when it's sometimes for a cause that I do like, it's a bit weird unless their job really includes like foreign policy and stuff. Otherwise, I don't see
Foreign
what.
committee or
Yeah.
something.
Otherwise, I don't
I
really
mean,
see.
she's the speaker, so it's not as weird. But I know what you mean. Whenever it's a just random congressperson,
Yeah, it's like this
in
congressman
Israel,
from
like
Texas.
yeah, in Israel, taking the air. Oh, I love Israel. Oh, I love you, Israel. You are the best. And you're like, what's going on? What does this have to do? I swear to God, they take this soil out, and they're like, Israel. Israel's air is just different. Take this in it. It's so weird.
Man, Israel can literally like start like, I don't know, some kind of new circus where they invite like US politicians over, because some of them they can ask them to do whatever they want and they'll do it for them there. Like,
set yourself on fire. No. Okay. No, I don't want to do it. Okay.
I love Israel.
In the name of Israel.
Yeah, they can make them do anything. But yeah, that was all I wanted to kind of touch on there. Brings us smoothly to
one of the weirder news is out there.
To Zelensky making the Vogue cover. You know, I should have seen it coming probably. But yeah, any commentary here?
First of all, just like the t-shirt thing is just getting way too old. Like, stop doing the t-shirt thing. And did you see there was a behind the scene video of them like preparing them, and then with the sad music, black and white, like as if it's some art movie from a stalker boy, you know. It was ridiculous. I can't believe it, but it's literally, they're using this war as sort of advertisement to get funding from US government. It's like, it's unbelievable. It's so disgusting in a way. But I mean, look, I don't know, if it works, maybe if I was in a war, I would have used the same tactics, but it's just weird. I don't know. It's so weird that now this type of thing works. Like, you would think even like if a war president showing power and resolve, and no, it's just modeling now. It's like,
But with this war, this angle works. It's very interesting. You know, it just reminded me. So, you know, I take Portuguese lessons and I take them on this website called Preply. And Preply has like a thing. It's had like, you know, the Ukrainian flag. And it's like, you know, we stand with Ukraine. And I was like, it's like, wow, you don't see like too many websites doing that. I mean, I don't think they're Ukrainian owned or anything. So just maybe they have a lot of students from Ukraine. So that's why they did it. But I don't understand. I'll show it to you as well. You see their whole, hold on. I just want to see where they're from, really. Massachusetts. Oh, they do have with offices in Barcelona and Kiev. So I don't know, but their headquarters are in the US. But yeah, so like, listen, if you go like on Preply.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you see. Sorry. Personal information here, though. Oh, but you see, I mean, Preply stands with Ukraine and its people. And I think they even changed the color of their logo, I believe.
Oh, wow.
But
well, I guess that if they, I mean, look, we may. Oh, CEO, look, click on the CEO. His name sounds Russian or Ukrainian. Let's go there.
Go on his LinkedIn.
Wow.
Using the power of social media. Where is this?
Founding member of, let's see. No place of birth, nothing.
Kiev. He went to university in Kiev, so yeah.
All right, probably.
National Technical University of Kiev.
No, his name is very.
So I guess that
Russian,
makes sense.
And I think about because look, nobody watches our show except probably CIA and Sepa, and now they know everything about you, like literally like everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go over that whole LinkedIn part. The classes is fine, they can know, but my LinkedIn messages just popped up there. Maybe I should put something over that.
Probably.
But yeah. And then should we move on to Iran? Our final story?
Sure.
So
yeah,
well, let me just say one thing though. I know
That's
this
a
is an
very
old
old
picture, but the reason is that I've reached the conclusion the media has given up on covering the Iran nuclear deal. At least they don't send like visual material out. They're like, fine, if someone can from their bedroom report on it, it's fine. Any nuclear talks photos that you look for now, like, you know, they're like from black and white, like, you know, pre-World War II. I don't know, the original.
The negotiations started during medieval times when Charlemagne the Great.
Listen, while they were in Vienna, they had some patience. There were like a few like quickly taken photographs of like someone's, like some Iranian coming out of a building. But after that, they were just like, yeah, whatever. Like nuclear negotiations. We're not covering this, okay?
The negotiations has devolved into a really comedic. I mean, I'm loving it right now because, I mean, look, America is the one that is really like playing hardball against Iran. But then again, America and Iran's interests are, you know, very much against each other, right? Europe has always been this piece of shit player. America, you're too harsh. Iran, you're too harsh too. Let's do a balance. We have concerns, but we have concerns about America's influence too. So it's fucking amazing right now because, as we all know, Europe is facing huge energy crisis. We are fucking losing it. So during the last week or so, one guy from, I think, IAEA or European whatever foreign thingy said that, yeah, it seems that it's unlikely that the deal is gonna go through. And then you had European officials just within like 24 hours they put together some fucking offer and send it to Iran and US. And I love it how US and Iran are now the ones who are taking the upper hand towards Europeans, because these are smug pieces of shits. You know, the European officials, by the way, I mean,
Yeah,
just EU officials are the worst. That's why I was even like supportive of Brexit. They're the worst of the worst. And they sent this offer to Iran and US, and both US and Iran are like, yeah, we are thinking about it. We're gonna let you know in a bit. Just like, you know, how Europe used to let Iran know about, yeah, we come up with this new banking thing to give you money, except it doesn't work at all. You know, so now they're hopefully European officials gonna freeze to death, and they're not going to get gas from. I really don't want Iran to give gas. Like, I really don't want them to. I want them to pay either triple price to get it from Qataris or Americans or somebody. So, you know, it's time for Europeans to really pay their fair share. They've been living off of American military security and European imperialism too long, their past imperialism. And yeah, it would be a jolt to real life. Maybe they need to realize how much real things cost in real world, not in a subsidized world. So I'm really happy about what happened here, because European officials are just so sad. They're doing interviews. This is international law. And then Iranians and Americans right now are awesome. They're both like, yeah, you know, if we have certain demands, if they're not met, fuck the other side. So, you know, and that's how it is, baby. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Just basically Europeans and officials and the, you know, DW, BBC Persia, they're all 24/7 now crying, please.
Really, I haven't seen that there. I didn't see that part. I guess that goes against. Did they take any photos though? What was the footage that they were showing while they were talking about? It's all that old footage, right? That they have of the Iranian facility.
No. Yeah, now they just basically, no, it's not old, it's new, but it's somehow taken the camera from 1970s.
No, it's from like 4 years ago, I think.
When they showed that they're taking down the cameras. No, that's from a month ago, man.
Oh, when they're taking up the cameras. No, sorry. You know, I meant the other ones where they show the cylinders and everything.
Oh, no. Now they're taking, they show every time they show Iranians taking down the cameras, and it's very dang. And Iran, for the first time, is talking my language. For the first time, Iran is saying that the deal has not worked. We are part of IAEA, right? We are not part of anything extra than that. Everything Iran has done is done as an extra measure. Other countries that part of IAEA can do what Iran does without these measures. But because America and Europe are worried, we have to do these measures. We still have like about 20% of those measures are still. We should immediately take off all the cameras. We should have pulled out of IAEA 4 years. When Trump came out of the deal, Iran should have immediately threatened to pull out of IAEA within like a year. But sadly, our government is still hoping for that sweet oil money. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was good for them to maybe, pull out, because like this, they save face by, staying in it. But
a safe face for who? For Europeans? Who gives a shit what they think?
Yeah.
Like,
okay, well, there you have it, folks. Anything else, Sam?
And I like to clarify European officials.
Of course.
Whenever I'm saying Iranians, Americans, Europeans, Chinese, whatever, I mean the officials. Yeah. And the general masses who are everywhere shit too.
And people individually in their homes and bedrooms.
And you, the viewer, specifically.
Yeah. But okay. Yeah. All right, good stuff. Any final words? Nothing?
No, Iraq apparently has gone crazy too. Yes, Iraq, there's protests broke into the parliament. It's a Shia on Shia conflict right now. Muqtada Sadr versus the Iranian bloc. So we'll see.
Jordan Peterson is being sent over right now as a lead negotiator.
Jordan Peterson is you Shiites and you Shiites. Why don't you have pen pals?
Exchange each other's food and cakes with each other, and you'll see how much you have in common.
Yeah, just wait for him to find out. Muqtada Sadr, the guy who's against Iran right now, used to live in Iran for many years. Not only he had PayPals from Iran, pen pals.
Too funny. But okay, all right, folks, that's it. Please leave your comments, question, criticism down below. Make sure to get to them. If not, please like and subscribe. I'll see you in our next video. Thank you.